Hi guys! Welcome back to another painting tutorial. And if you're new, hello and welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy my videos and I hope you learn something from me. So today I decided to paint a landscape painting. It's like a shallow river, a rocky river scene. So I'm just so excited because I love to paint nature. And here are the colors that we'll be using for today's painting tutorial. So we have here titanium white, black, burnt sienna, lemon yellow, and sap green. Let's begin now, guys. I hope this is quite easy. I hope this does not give me so much stress. Alright, so because I'm doing this before work, so yeah, I want to do this morning. And let's go, guys. I'm gonna sketch first the subject. So for the sketch, I'm just gonna use my black for you to be able to see. Alright, so that's basically the sketch, guys. So I hope you appreciate how easy the sketch is. Now I'm gonna underpaint the sketch. I'm gonna use black, alright? But I'm gonna mix with some burnt sienna here, probably green as well. Just mix them all together and just underpaint. You can even use yellow. Alright, like that. Okay, same here. Some rocks will be covered with water, so don't worry too much if it's not smooth, if I'm going very raw and rough with when it comes to my underpainting. I usually am very raw and rough when it comes to underpainting. Right, that. Okay, also here. I'll be mixing a lot of colors, brown, green, and yellow. But maybe to you, it only looks like I'm just using black. But I'm just using everything that I have here on my palette. Okay, here I'm gonna use brown. Here, some black. Okay, now I'm gonna switch to my white. Without washing my brush, I'm gonna add brown and some yellow. Alright, like that. Okay, I'm gonna add more black. These are rocks, okay? Alright, like that. Alright. Now, before I wash my brush out, I'm just gonna create some gray color. So I'm just gonna add white to this, to the paint that's already on my paintbrush. I'm gonna make some gray color, as you can see here. And now I'm gonna create some water using the gray color. It's like dry brushing, like this. So allow the tooth of the canvas to create the texture that we want for water. But we're still underpainting, so don't worry too much. Just enjoy this process of gradually creating the image that we want. It seems like I'm rushing, right? But I'm actually rushing the underpainting because I want to give more time to detailing. Underpainting is just to give me an idea of how things are gonna go. We should not really focus on things that will not matter that much later. It matters, but it doesn't matter that much, you know? I don't know about you guys, but to me, that's the way it is. And by being random with the underpainting for the waters, we also become, we also give life to the water by making some movement. Right, like that. I'm going to create some dark grays. All right, so you kind of have an idea where things are gonna go, right? Now I'm gonna do the background. So I'm gonna use some greeny browny color, like very earthy color. So we have here a brown. I'm just gonna add more white, and I'm gonna add my sap green and my lemon yellow to create that yellow greeny browny color, like this color. And I'm gonna create some background colors. So remember that these are distant trees, plants, or anything like that. So you can be more abstract-ish here. And we will go back to this area later. I just want to show you where the greens are gonna go. Definitely we will go back to this, detailing it even more. I'm gonna get my lemon yellow, add some yellowy colors. Like that. And then I'm gonna use my white, again without washing my brush. So I don't mind the mixing of other colors with the white. And I'm just gonna lighten that farthest portion to create some mist and to create some perspective. Okay, all right, now let's go back to the rocks where we started. So I'm gonna detail it even more. So for that, I'll be using again my greeny color right here. I'm just gonna dab. Okay, and then I'm gonna switch to browns. So everything will be mixed up here, green and browns. But make sure they're muted colors, they're not super bright. You're not going to use bright yellow or green here. Everything will be muted. We're still in the underpainting part 2. So don't you worry. Okay, I'm gonna use some black to create more depth. I will use my palette knife here later. For now, let's just create that irregular shapes and markings on the rocks. Alright, like that. Okay, and then we move on to this rock. Same thing, just add some greeny colors. I categorize this painting under very easy category. Easy because you can actually enjoy it, no stress. So I'm just gonna use a cleaner brush to kind of dry brush. Alright, like that. Okay, maybe the same thing here. All right, like that. Okay, now I'm gonna use my brown. So get your brown and then your yellow. So it's like this color. Maybe add a little bit of white. Just add this to the rocks quite randomly. Also here. Alright, now I'm gonna get my black. I'm going to make this like wider. Alright, now I'm gonna get my gray color. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of green to certain areas in the back. Very gently, you apply the colors. You're not gonna press too hard on the canvas to get that texture. Okay, I'm gonna add a little more rock. Like that. Okay. Now, before we go to the waters, which is the highlight of this painting, I'm gonna go and make some more background detailing. So I'm gonna get my Sap Green, okay, with black and yellow and brown. I'm just gonna create, okay, I'm gonna darken it even more. I'm gonna create some hints of rocks. Okay, again, I'm using my fingers because I can't help it. Alright. Add some brownie colors. Since I already have the color here, I might as well go to certain areas that needs to be browned. And then black. Okay, let me just fix this one. Again, I'm gonna get my white. Just want to make some more mist in the background. I'm gonna add some yellow highlights. Here, more highlights. Okay, I'm gonna use a little bit of brown to give it more naturalism. Okay, now I'm gonna add some black. Okay, now I want you to get your palette knife before we proceed to doing the waters. So I'm gonna get my palette knife and I'm gonna dab onto my brown and then black and then yellow to create that pattern on the rocks. So using this one, I'm just gonna go and create some patterns. I'm gonna add a little bit of green. Like that. And then yellow. Alright, like that. Now before we go back to the background, I'm gonna make it more misty in the background. Before we do that, let's go and do the waters. So for the water, I'm just gonna use my white, of course. Get your white, but we're gonna dry brush, alright? So remove the excess water from your paintbrush and let's go and create some water. So just do it in a like a rotation. So your brush should be a little more rotating. Now I'm dabbing to create movement in the water. Oops. I actually accidentally mixed the black, but it's okay. I'm gonna make use of that black to create some depth. Okay, I'm creating some gray color to add some depth. Alright, like that. Okay, I need to add more details on the water. So I'm gonna get my fan brush. So get your fan brush. Again, just use white. I'm gonna use my white, and I did not wet my fan brush. And I'm gonna use this to create some more highlights in the water. Adding more movement to the water. I'm just gonna add a little more detailing. I'm gonna use my black and create some more detailing. Okay, I'm gonna add some gray color on the rocks. Alright. I actually don't know what this looks like if it's viewed from the camera, so I'm gonna check right now. Oh my god, this is good. This is good. I feel so happy. Now I'm gonna add more yellow. You know, this is how happy I feel when I surprise myself. I'm gonna add more yellow and then some browns. Alright, some browns. Okay, I'm gonna get my black, add some more detailing. Then some greens. Right. Okay, now I'm gonna add more greeny color. Now everything I'm doing will be detailing. That's what I'm telling you guys. I'm very quick when it comes to underpainting, but when it comes to detailing, I obsess over it. We all have different ways of dealing with our paintings, so or accomplishing them. It's up to you. Alright. And add some light greens. Then I'm gonna gray even more the background so that we get that perspective. Okay, now I really want to go back to the waters because I'm just in love with the waters. So I'm gonna get my fan brush again. Or maybe not. I'm just gonna use my flat brush. And again, I'm just gonna use my white. I'm gonna dab it. To get more movement, I'm gonna use my palette knife. I'm gonna use my palette knife. I'm gonna dab onto white. Okay. I'm gonna try to create some patterns. We're almost done. What I'm doing now is actually just detailing. So again, I'm just gonna use my brush and create more highlights. All right. Oh my God. Let me check. Okay, I'm gonna add some gray. Just want to make sure that we still have that depth. Now I want a lighter background, so I'm just gonna use my remaining white. I'm gonna add tiny bit of yellow. And I'm just gonna use that to create some lighter background. Right, like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna use some black to kind of darken the corner. To make the viewer focus more on the center. Right, like that. Oh, let me check. This is nice. Again, lighter background. Right. I think we're done, guys. We're done. I'm gonna sign this now. It's very simple, right? So I'm gonna sign this now. I'm just gonna use my my white. I'm gonna sign right here. Okay, my brush is too thick. So only check, okay? Alright, I think we're done. We're done, guys. I hope you enjoy this one. This is quite different from my usual ones. So I hope you enjoy this one, and I hope you do this one as well. But again, you know me, guys, I'm gonna go and add some more depth. Just a little more finishing touches before I close this video. All right. Okay, that was quick. All right. So yeah, that's what I like about. That's what I prefer. Okay, so see you in my next video, guys. I hope you enjoy this one. If you're doing this one, let me know in the comment section below. If you have painted along with me in the past, let me know as well in the comment section below. And see you in my next video. Love you.